Hey, Don here. I'm back in the cardboard room. We need to make some guitar boxes, shipping boxes. I need one, but I'm going to make a couple other ones because I don't have any back stock. But at least I'll get them creased and show my creasing machine one more time here. And I did get these collars. I'll bring you in closer and show you. I did get the collars done, and I think it's going to work really good now. So let me bring you in close and I'll show you the setup on this again. Okay, we'll reassemble this. Let me set my dies first here. This particular box that we're shipping is for a Bronco bass, a Fender Bronco bass. And I've just measured the box and it's 3.5. So what I want the inside dimensions of this box, the shipping box, to be is about 3 3/4. Oh, right there, what do you know? Okay. Then between that and the width die, we want about 19 inches. So let me slide these down. And I think what I'll do, somebody commented on my build or when I first showed this about putting rulers down, but I think it'd be better if I just make some templates, just some little slips of wood that I lay down here and then have the marks for each type of box that I do, and then I'll just keep the templates handy. So let's see, 19 goes to here. That looks good. Then another 3 1/4. Or 3 3/4, I mean. And then I need another 19 inches from there. All right, now these are set, and I'm going to put this back in here. And this is my little contraption for holding it down. And these collars now, somebody made a suggestion about pressing a collar and pressing these bearings on there. I thought of that, but the metal was so thin by the time I brought it down to that thickness, I didn't have enough thickness left for like a set screw. All right, so I just center those on the die. I got this all set up, and this setup right here is why I built this, for shipping guitars. The boxes you can buy are so much bigger than what you need. The shipping cost is all dimensional weight, so it's not, doesn't have so much to do with the weight, but the size of the box is how you get charged now. And it was costing a fortune to ship boxes across the country for guitars and basses. So now we make our own size. And the other trick that I'll talk about, why didn't I just make this 4 inches? Because when you measure a box, the outside will probably be, since I made the inside dimension 3 3/4, it'll probably be still less than 4 inches. So I can type in the shipping calculator 4 inches. If I have just a little bit over that, it goes up to 5 inches, totally changes the calculator, and it goes up higher. Let me roll a couple of these. I want to make a couple sheets that have the creases so I can make some extras when I got some time. All right, that gives me a couple backups. Let's go over here and cut the tabs out. All right, so when I set this up, just like I talked about doing a template over here for laying out the dies, I've got this. This has my marks. I don't know if you can see this here, but there's my mark for the first flap. And then I had 2 marks. What I do is I generally, for either electric guitar or bass, I usually make them this long and then use my little creaser in the shipping room. And then I got another mark here for cutting off the tab in the back. So now I just have to mark this out. And I don't know if I showed this in the last one. This I got cut to a point so we can crease. I set it in and line it up. And this works because the grain on the cardboard runs this way. So I have to use the die to crease it this way. I tried using this to do that. Couldn't get a good crease. It just was too tough. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go glue it up. All right. So this 2x4 works as a great pressing table, keeps things lined up. So let's start over here. Try to get one side glued. And it's still cold out here, so the glue gun's on high again. It takes longer for the glue to set. Somebody in the comments on the last video asked about having to tape this. I'll tell you what, once this hot glue sets, it does not come apart. It is really strong. So that's never been an issue. We do always tape the ends, or if it's something heavy, we do have one of those cardboard staplers, you know, those big staples that go into cardboard to hold it together on heavy objects. So we always use that. All right, that should stay put now. Okay. All right, let me smooth this out so it's comfortable to grab. I know I don't have to do this, but you know, I'm picky for things like that. All right, that's that. Let's get this 2x4 out of here. And now we just have to finish gluing up this side. So, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I hope so. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on getting this cut down to size. Here is the trapezoid shaped box, the lid for it at least. So you can see that we don't need all this height. All right, so let me go ahead, slip this down inside. I'm going to make a little mark, I don't know if you can see this, on the inside. The height that we want this box. Okay. Now, you get one of these on Amazon too. This is a box creaser, cutter, whatever. But now I just cut up the corners. Now we got a box that we can tape up, and it'll be the right size for that. And that's what Landon will do. So the rest, I leave up to him. We'll see you guys next time. You know you want to watch another video. It's right there. Just click on it.